It is a huge task for the police, this investigation, but undoubtedly they will wish to focus on those WhatsApp messages, if indeed they can find them.
Yes, indeed, we've been able to establish, Neil, through Khalid Masood's mobile phone that he did have this WhatsApp account, that he was on the messaging service at 14:37. An image, a screenshot that we've taken from an attempt to contact that WhatsApp provider under his number shows that 14:37 on Wednesday was the time that that account was last activated. That is just 3 minutes before Khalid Masood took that Hyundai 4x4 up onto Westminster Bridge, onto the pavement, careered into all of those pedestrians before smashing into the perimeter fence around the palaces of Westminster. Now the question, of course, is, was he in contact with someone? Was someone trying to contact him? Was he even using it to send some kind of message or video? We don't know that detail, but the police certainly will have a good idea of that information now, because of course they have Khalid Masood's mobile phone and they'll be able to know exactly who he was in communication with. You'll see, of course, from the image of the WhatsApp site there that it was end-to-end encryption. Now, had the police not had possession of his mobile phone, it would have been much more difficult for them to establish who Khalid Masood was in correspondence with, if he was talking to anyone indeed. He certainly activated it at 14:37 on the Wednesday. This is an issue, this end-to-end encryption on these messaging services and through these service providers, that the police and the security services have been raising as a concern for a considerable time now. We should also say, Neil, that we've got a new still image of Khalid Masood. We say a new still image. It's an image of him as a schoolboy at a secondary school in Tunbridge Wells, and it really indicates just how many locations this man, from his youth right through to 52 years of age, travelled to. He is associated with Tunbridge Wells. He was born in Dartford in Kent. He lived for a time in Brighton, in Eastbourne, in London, in Luton, and eventually, at the point of his death, he was living up in the West Midlands. So an awful lot of avenues for this investigation to check out. There are hundreds of counter-terrorism police officers in all of those locations now, pouring through the information they have. 2,700 items recovered in 21 separate property raids. 5 of those searches are still ongoing. A monumental task for the investigators, but an urgent task as well, because they want to get to know fairly quickly whether anyone else may have directed this attack, may have provided some kind of material support, and crucially, whether there are any individuals out there that might be planning similar attacks in the coming days or weeks.